Hello, my incredible senior health family, and today we're diving deep into a food that's probably sitting on your breakfast table right now, a true nutritional superstar, the humble egg. But here's the shocker, and trust me, you'll want to hear this. While eggs are phenomenal for your health, many of us, especially as we get a little wiser, are unknowingly making critical mistakes that can actually turn this everyday hero into a silent saboteur for your heart and joints. Are you accidentally transforming your healthy egg into a source of hidden inflammation, arterial strain, or even accelerated joint decay? It's a question that could fundamentally change how you approach your morning meal. We're talking about subtle errors in how we prepare them, what we pair them with, and even what we mistakenly throw away. These aren't just minor missteps, they're common pitfalls that can quietly undermine your vitality and well-being. So, if you're ready to unlock the secrets to truly harness the incredible power of eggs and safeguard your health for years to come, then buckle up. Stay with me, because what you learn in the next few minutes could profoundly transform your energy, mobility, and overall quality of life. Let's make sure your eggs are working for you, not against you. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, your trusted companion on the journey to vibrant senior health and wellness. For decades, I've had the privilege of walking alongside countless individuals, witnessing firsthand the intricate dance between our diet, our bodies, and the passage of time. As we gracefully age, our physiology evolves, and the adage, "we are what we eat," rings truer than ever. Our daily fuel, especially those staples we consume without a second thought, holds immense power over our well-being. And among these dietary cornerstones, eggs undeniably shine. They're a beacon of lean protein, a veritable treasure chest of vitamins, and a wellspring of essential minerals. But here's where the plot thickens. It's not just about eating eggs. Oh no. It's the how, the what with, and the what not to discard that truly dictates their impact. While their high-quality protein and precious omega-3 second are legendary, I've seen countless patients inadvertently turn this nutritional goldmine into a source of silent inflammation, arterial strain, and accelerated joint decay. These seemingly minor missteps can covertly trigger heart issues, exacerbate painful inflammation, invite unwanted weight gain, and mercilessly worsen those nagging joint aches that plague so many of us in our golden years. Today, my friends, we're going to pull back the curtain on the top 3 egg-related blunders that could be quietly undermining your health. More importantly, I'll show you exactly how to elegantly sidestep them. Whether you're crafting a quick morning scramble, a hearty lunch, or a light dinner, these simple yet profound adjustments will empower you to extract every last drop of health benefit, ensuring your diet actively supports your joint fluidity, cardiovascular vigor, and boundless energy as you age. Prepare to be enlightened as we reveal how to savor this incredible superfood in the healthiest way imaginable, allowing you to remain active, mobile, and utterly pain-free. Let's embark on this discovery together and learn how to get the absolute best from eggs without falling prey to common pitfalls. Mistake number 1, overcooking eggs. Our first major misstep, and one I see far too often in clinical practice, is the act of overcooking eggs. Now, I know what many of you are thinking, but I like my eggs well done, crispy. And believe me, I understand the preference. For years, eggs have been lauded as a nutritional powerhouse, brimming with bioavailable protein, a spectrum of vitamins, and those crucial healthy fats. Yet, ironically, one of the most common errors we commit in their preparation, cooking them with excessive heat or for prolonged durations, can dramatically deplete their inherent nutritional value and, astonishingly, transform them into something potentially detrimental to your health. Consider this. When eggs are subjected to scorching temperatures or extended cooking times, especially when fried to a crisp or boiled to an unyielding hardness, their delicate proteins begin to denature. This isn't just about texture, it's about digestibility. The body's intricate digestive machinery struggles to efficiently break down and absorb nutrients from these tightly bound, heat-damaged proteins. It's like trying to drink water from a sieve. Much of the goodness simply slips away. Moreover, a host of vital water-soluble vitamins, notably vitamin B, 2-riboflavin, and vitamin B12, are incredibly heat-sensitive. Prolonged exposure to high heat acts as a molecular incinerator, utterly destroying these essential compounds. This means that while you might think you're reaping all the legendary benefits from your eggs, overcooking them effectively deprives you of nutrients absolutely critical for robust muscle function. resilient nerve health, and efficient energy metabolism, all non-negotiable pillars of vitality for seniors. But the plot thickens. Overcooking doesn't just strip away nutrients, it can also generate insidious, harmful compounds like acrylamide. While acrylamide is more notoriously associated with starchy foods cooked at high temperatures, think perfectly golden brown French fries or that irresistible crunchy toast, it can, and does, form in overcooked eggs. Research, including some of the seminal studies in toxicology, suggests that regular, high consumption of acrylamide may be linked to an increased risk of certain cancers and other adverse health outcomes over time. For someone like myself, who has spent decades studying the molecular intricacies of nutrition and disease, the formation of such compounds, even in seemingly benign foods, is a significant concern. Now, let's tie this directly to joint health and overall wellness, a topic I know is close to many of your hearts. For seniors contending with the relentless discomfort of arthritis or the pervasive stiffness that often accompanies aging, the impact of overcooked eggs is particularly poignant. The sheer loss of critical nutrients, especially the B vitamins like B12, which are fundamental for pristine nerve health and optimal muscle contraction, can leave you feeling perpetually fatigued, profoundly weak, and can even erode your capacity to maintain both muscle strength and that precious joint flexibility. Furthermore, and this is crucial for anyone battling arthritis, the inflammation that defines these conditions can be tragically exacerbated by the breakdown of proteins in overcooked eggs, initiating a cascade of inflammatory responses in the body. Let me share a story. I once had a patient, a remarkable woman named Margaret, a sprightly 7-8-year-old retired architect with a sharp mind but increasingly stiff hands, a telltale sign of rheumatoid arthritis. For years, Margaret adored her breakfast: 2 fried eggs, cooked until the whites were crisp and the yolks were firm, almost rubbery. She'd always assumed she was eating healthy protein. When her joint pain worsened and her morning stiffness became almost unbearable, we started looking at her diet. I gently suggested a radical shift in her egg preparation. Instead of the high-heat fry, she started experimenting with soft-boiled eggs, aiming for that perfectly runny yolk, and gently scrambled eggs, cooked slowly on medium-low heat. Within barely a month, Margaret called me, almost tearfully. Her morning stiffness had significantly eased, and the chronic ache in her knuckles felt noticeably diminished. She attributed it entirely to the subtle change in her eggs. It wasn't just anecdotal. Her inflammatory markers, which we had been tracking, also showed a small but discernible improvement. By simply altering her cooking method, she preserved the intrinsic nutritional integrity of the eggs, empowering her body to better manage her arthritis and reclaim a measure of her beloved mobility. So, how do we elegantly circumvent this culinary trap? The golden rule, my friends, for extracting maximum nutritional benefit from eggs is to cook them with tenderness and respect. For scrambled eggs, embrace medium-low heat and stir them frequently, preventing them from seizing up into a rubbery mass. If your heart desires boiled eggs, aim for that exquisite soft boil, around 6 to 7 minutes for a large egg. This preserves the delicate nutrients and, as a bonus, banishes that unappetizing greenish-gray ring around the yolk, a classic hallmark of a tragically overcooked egg. Remember, gentleness is key here. Mistake 2, eating eggs with processed meats. Now, let's tackle our second major pitfall, and this one is a truly pervasive habit, deeply ingrained in our culinary culture: pairing eggs with processed meats. Think bacon, think sausage, think ham. Especially at breakfast, this combination is the undisputed champion, offering that satisfyingly savory, high-protein kick. However, and this is where my decades of clinical observation truly come into play, what many seniors fail to grasp is the profound, lurking danger of this seemingly innocuous pairing, particularly concerning your heart health, your joint function, and your overarching vitality. While eggs, in their pristine form, are nutritional powerhouses, when you yolk them with processed meats, they become a harmful concoction. It's a chemical cocktail that dramatically elevates your risk of developing a cascade of chronic health problems. The fundamental issue with processed meats, my dear friends, lies in their egregious levels of saturated fats, their astronomical sodium content, and their array of chemical preservatives, most notably nitrates. Unlike fresh, wholesome cuts of meat, processed variants are meticulously engineered to be loaded with these deleterious elements. substances whose very purpose is preservation and flavor enhancement, often at the expense of your health. When consumed regularly and in excess, these compounds conspire to unleash havoc within your body. Saturated fats are notorious for their ability to skyrocket LDL cholesterol, what we affectionately call the bad cholesterol. This insidious elevation directly contributes to the accumulation of arterial plaque, thickening and hardening your arteries, thereby dramatically escalating your risk of heart attacks and strokes. For seniors, whose cardiovascular systems may already be bearing the gentle wear and tear of time, this risk is amplified exponentially. Sodium, on the other hand, is a master conductor of high blood pressure, a silent killer that disproportionately affects older adults. And beyond the cardiovascular insult, high sodium intake directly fans the flames of inflammation within your joints, intensifying pain, exacerbating stiffness, and deepening discomfort. And let's not forget the direct inflammatory impact of processed meats themselves. Arthritis, in its myriad forms, is fundamentally an inflammatory disease. Consuming foods laden with excessive sodium and saturated fats acts as a powerful immunological trigger, initiating an immune response that mercilessly inflates joint swelling and sharpens pain. Over time, this relentless inflammatory assault can tragically accelerate joint degeneration, rendering effective pain management an increasingly elusive goal. I recall a prominent political figure, a brilliant, tireless world leader known for his unyielding drive. Let's call him Ambassador Thompson. Ambassador Thompson, despite his incredible intellect, had a glaring blind spot when it came to his breakfast. Every morning, without fail, he'd consume a hefty plate of scrambled eggs, alongside several strips of crispy, salty bacon. He was a man who thrived on routine. For years, he dismissed the increasing stiffness in his hands, which became particularly noticeable during high-level negotiations, and the growing discomfort in his knees. His personal physician, a forward-thinking cardiologist, had been gently nudging him about his blood pressure, which was consistently elevated despite medication. It wasn't until a minor heart scare, necessitating a more rigorous dietary overhaul, that Ambassador Thompson finally relented. He reluctantly replaced his beloved bacon with lean, grilled chicken breast and integrated a generous portion of sautéed spinach into his breakfast eggs. The change was almost imperceptible to him at first, but within a few months, not only had his blood pressure stabilized to a remarkable degree, but the nagging aches in his joints, which he'd simply accepted as aging, had significantly receded. His medical team noted a measurable decrease in inflammatory markers. He was stunned. A man who shaped global policy had overlooked how a simple breakfast choice was silently undermining his very foundation of health. It underscores that even the most powerful among us are subject to the same biological laws. So, how do we pivot towards healthier choices? Instead of shackling your nutritious eggs to the destructive habits of processed meats, envision a new synergy. Embrace lean proteins, succulent turkey, tender chicken, heart-healthy fish, or even plant-based heroes like tofu or tempeh. These alternatives are inherently lower in saturated fats and sodium, making them exemplary heart-healthy companions for your eggs, complementing them without the egregious risks of joint inflammation and cardiovascular strain. Better yet, introduce the vibrant bounty of the plant kingdom. Pairing eggs with a rainbow of vegetables, think vibrant spinach, creamy avocado, or crisp broccoli, is an ingenious way to elevate the nutritional density of your meal while simultaneously infusing it with powerful anti-inflammatory compounds. Imagine, instead of bacon and eggs, a fluffy scramble brimming with sautéed spinach and sun-ripened tomatoes for a truly nutrient-packed, heart-protective breakfast. Or perhaps a delightful veggie omelet bursting with earthy mushrooms, sweet bell peppers, and fragrant onions, with a side of luscious avocado for those healthy fats. These plant-powered options bestow upon you fiber, antioxidants, and a wealth of healthy fats, actively working to diminish inflammation, bolster heart health, and safeguard your precious joints. Implementing this is remarkably straightforward. If you cherish your eggs, simply swap out those processed meats. Experiment. Your taste buds will adapt, and your body will thank you profoundly. Incorporate those healthy fats like avocado or a drizzle of olive oil, which will further enhance joint lubrication and fortify your body against inflammation. It's a win-win. Mistake number 3, ignoring the egg yolk. Finally, we arrive at our third, and perhaps most grievous, error. one that often stems from a well-intentioned but fundamentally misguided notion: ignoring the egg yolk. For years, fueled by outdated dietary advice concerning cholesterol, many people, particularly those vigilant about their heart health or weight, made the regrettable choice of discarding the yolk and consuming only the egg white. While egg whites are indeed an excellent source of pure protein, a building block for muscles, the undeniable truth, backed by mountains of modern research, is that the yolk is where the vast majority of the egg's unparalleled nutrient density resides. To cast it aside is to deliberately deprive your body of an astonishing array of essential nutrients. Nutrients absolutely vital for joint resilience, robust muscle function, and your overall well-being. For my senior patients, especially those grappling with conditions like arthritis, the silent insidious creep of bone loss, or the all-too-common muscle weakness that accompanies aging, embracing the entire egg, yolk and all, can deliver profoundly significant benefits. The egg yolk is a veritable treasure trove of crucial fat-soluble vitamins: vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Each of these plays an indispensable role in fortifying joint health and bolstering muscle strength. For instance, vitamin A isn't just for healthy eyes, it's a quiet champion of immune function, an essential component for taming inflammation throughout the body. Vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, is a superstar for bone health and joint integrity, serving as the body's maestro for calcium absorption, ensuring your bones remain robust and your joints supple and flexible. Vitamin E, a potent antioxidant, wages war against oxidative stress, a silent culprit that accelerates joint degeneration and ignites inflammation. And vitamin K, though less frequently championed, is critically important for maintaining bone density, a paramount concern as we age, particularly for those navigating the challenges of osteoporosis or other bone-related vulnerabilities. Beyond these indispensable vitamins, egg yolks are also generously endowed with healthy fats, including those highly coveted omega-3 fatty acids. These intelligent fats are renowned for their profound ability to quell joint inflammation, passionately support heart health, and even help preserve cognitive function. The fats within the yolk are predominantly unsaturated fats, the very same kind that are fundamental for optimal brain and cardiovascular health. By consuming whole eggs, you are ensuring your body receives a generous, bioavailable dose of these essential fats, which serve as a formidable shield against heart disease and actively promote joint flexibility. Why is this particularly paramount for seniors? As we gracefully navigate the later chapters of life, our bodies naturally experience a subtle decline in nutrient absorption efficiency. Many seniors silently endure muscle weakness, chronic joint pain, and the relentless march of bone loss. Egg yolks provide a concentrated, natural source of critical nutrients that directly combat these very issues. Consider vitamin D deficiency, a widespread epidemic among older adults, which can lead to dangerously weakened bones and excruciatingly amplified joint pain. Consuming whole eggs, with their precious yolk, provides a natural, easily absorbable source of vitamin D, which in turn optimizes calcium absorption, paving the way for stronger bones and undeniably superior joint health. Let me share another poignant example. I once had a patient, a brilliant, tenacious Supreme Court justice, whom I'll call Justice Eleanor Vance. For years, influenced by the prevailing dogma of low cholesterol diets, she meticulously avoided egg yolks, consuming only egg whites, believing she was protecting her heart. She was a woman of immense mental fortitude, but physically, she was struggling. Her chronic knee pain was worsening, and she found herself increasingly reliant on railings to navigate stairs. Despite her impressive protein intake from egg whites and other sources, her muscle strength was visibly diminishing, and she was always battling fatigue. After a comprehensive review of her health, I gently but firmly explained the paradigm shift in our understanding of dietary cholesterol and the immense nutritional value of the yolk. It took some convincing for a woman of her stature to change such a long-held belief, but she eventually agreed to incorporate whole eggs back into her diet, starting with just a few times a week. Within a few months, the change was almost miraculous. She reported a significant reduction in her joint discomfort and a renewed sense of strength in her legs, allowing her to move with greater ease and independence. Her latest bone density scan also showed a stabilization, which was a welcome relief. This wasn't just about cholesterol, it was about providing her body with the complete symphony of nutrients it desperately needed to maintain its structural integrity and functionality. Even for someone who held such immense power, the fundamental needs of her body remained universal. So, how do we address those lingering cholesterol concerns? It's true, egg yolks are high in cholesterol, typically around 200 milligrams per egg. However, and this is a crucial piece of modern nutritional science, decades of robust research have unequivocally demonstrated that, for the vast majority of people, the dietary cholesterol in eggs does not significantly elevate blood cholesterol levels. Instead, the true culprits for unhealthy blood cholesterol are the saturated fats and trans fats predominantly found in processed foods, your fried delights, your commercially baked goods, your fast food indulgences. For seniors, embracing the whole egg rather than fearfully avoiding it is a far superior strategy. Eggs offer unparalleled high-quality protein, essential for preserving precious muscle mass, and the potent cocktail of vitamins and healthy fats in the yolk play an indispensable role in joint lubrication, cellular health, and overall vitality. Therefore, how do you incorporate these nutritional powerhouses the right way? If you still harbor reservations about cholesterol, a sensible approach is to enjoy whole eggs in moderation as an integral component of a balanced, nutrient-rich diet. Perhaps 2 to 3 whole eggs per week for most individuals can bestow all the benefits without triggering undue concern about excessive cholesterol intake. If daily eggs aren't your preference, savor them as part of a nourishing meal, a beautifully scrambled egg with a generous handful of spinach, or a vibrant veggie omelet bursting with avocado and sun-dried tomatoes. Hard-boiled eggs make for an effortlessly nutritious snack, or you can elevate your salads, soups, and wraps with their satisfying and healthful addition. The key, my friends, is balance and an understanding that the yolk is your friend, not your foe. So, my incredible senior health after 50 family, as we wrap up our journey with this seemingly simple food, remember this: the humble egg is truly one of nature's most perfect gifts. It's packed with an incredible array of vitamins and healthy fats that support everything from strong muscles to flexible, pain-free joints. But, as we've learned today, the key isn't just eating eggs. It's about making smart choices in how we prepare them, what we pair them with, and perhaps most importantly, never dismissing the golden treasure within the yolk. By ditching those common mistakes, by embracing the whole, incredible egg, you're not just eating a meal, you're actively investing in your longevity. You're fighting inflammation, safeguarding your precious joints, and fortifying your body against the wear and tear of time. This isn't just about food, it's about empowerment. It's about taking control of your health, one delicious, nutrient-packed bite at a time. If this video has shed new light on your plate, please hit that like button, share this vital information with someone you care about, and, of course, subscribe to Senior Health After 50 for more insights that truly make a difference. Tap that notification bell so you never miss a beat on your path to living your healthiest, most vibrant life. Here's to strong joints, effortless mobility, and a future free from pain. Remember, smarter choices today lead to a powerful, active life tomorrow. Stay healthy, stay strong, and keep thriving.